Anyways, in more evil corporation news, RAM manufacturers have been sued for allegedly fixing prices in supply, leading to increased cost. If you're not following, if you have a literacy issue, translation, yes, AI is the problem. A lack of regulation from the government you voted for is the problem. But there's a third pillar to this. The corporations are allegedly also just inflating the price and hiding behind those other problems as a smokescreen to fuck you over. The sharply rising cost of memory is widely attributed to the demand of AI data centers, with major vendors signing long-term deals with AI firms. Now, as reported by Law 360, a class action lawsuit filed by a proposed class of individual and business consumers accuses Samsung, SK Hynix, and Micron of playing a large part in what's being dubbed RAMageddon by the media. The complaint alleges that the three companies, which make almost all of the world's supply of DRAM, have been working together to fix component prices while reducing supplies. It accuses the trio of reducing its supply of DDR3 and 4 RAM, leading to a sharp increase in price for consumers who use it, and focusing most of its production on HBM, a high-cost, high-bandwidth form of 3D stacked DRAM mainly used by AI data centers instead of consumers. Translation, they're making more shit for AI and then cutting back on the other stuff for you and I to artificially inflate the price. Artificial scarcity, basically. The DRAM, I don't know how to pronounce that. Oligarch, I don't know how to fucking pronounce that shit. How you I'm curious. This nigga using a big ass word. How the fuck you pronounce that shit? Oligopoly is a market in which pricing controls lies in the hands of a few sellers. Yeah, I get that much, but how do you fucking pronounce that shit? Pronunciation. Usually there's a thing. See, we got to go on YouTube and learn big words. I take that as a threat. I take it as a fucking threat, bruh. Fucking love that shit. Oligopolis? How you pronounce that? Fucking say it.
Oligopolists.
Oligopolis.
Oligopolists.
I had an oligopolis on that pussy, nigga. She gave me the oligopolis on the pussy, nigga. She said it's for you. It's for fucking you. Anyways, the DRAM oligopolists have simultaneously cut production, coordinated a pivot of HBM, and exit from DDR3 and 4, and otherwise decreased and locked up conventional DRAM supplies whilst prices charge up with mind-blowing scale and rapidity. It argues that the DRAM shortages led to prices rising. Still, Samsung, SK Hynix, and Micron continue to squeeze conventional DRAM supplies, simultaneously and publicly directing their resources towards less profitable per die HBM, or in some cases simply junking conventional DRAM supply channels altogether. You killing me? We just learning together. Learning can be fun. You gotta make it fun, bruh. Motherfuckers be scared of new shit, bruh. You gotta make it fun. I like to say new bad words, nigga. I like to say new bad words, bruh. It says that in a competitive market, prices climbing at that rate pulls supplies towards them, because at least one of the three should have been the rising prices and decided to focus its output on that product, making its competitors either do the same or lose customers. That did not need to happen, it says. Basically, they were saying that they're saying they were making more money towards one of the forms of RAM, the DDR5, and they just forgot the other shit because they just wanted to make that money, and they artificially drew up the price of everything, basically, because there's a shortage. They're too focused on feeding AI and not the consumer. The suit argues that the three companies have control over the DRM supply and can't be realistically challenged by anyone else because the cost of building one DR fabrication plant can be tens of billions of dollars and can take years to complete. It also claims that even if a new company did try to challenge the trio, the process used to reliably manufacture chips comprised decades of accumulated trade secrets and U.S. export controls, bar the only other procedures in China from acquiring a current generation of equipment. The practical consequence is that when there's three firms restrict the supply, no outsider can expand output to undercut them, it claims. You hear that, guys? Your president lied. Remember when he said all those manufacturing jobs are going to come back? Who's gonna build these? Who's gonna build these factories that cost tens of billions of dollars? Also, let's be real here. Most of you in the chat are American. The average American is too fucking stupid to work in any of these fucking in these plants. Who's gonna work in them? The lawsuit also notes that the companies were found guilty for price fixing DRAM in the past. Back in 2005, Samsung agreed to plead guilty and paid $300 million. Also, they've done this in the past for participating in what the U.S. Department of Justice referred to at that time as an international conspiracy to fix prices on the market. Hynix also pleaded guilty at the time and was fined $185 million, while Micron reportedly avoided a fine by reporting the incident and working with the prosecutors. So these niggas be snitching. The suit notes that the three companies were also investigated by the Chinese government when prices spiked again between 2016 and 18. The conduct alleged here is the third cycle such as the same market among the same firms, he claims. As the price of the memories and storage continues to rise, practically every company uses these components. Yeah, we get it. They're driving up the price of everything. At bare minimum, this deserves an investigation because I didn't even know that part. So they've been sued and fined before in the past for conspiring and raising prices. Because they have a track record of it, and this is the worst it's ever been. The worst? Absolutely. Lock them up. Lock them up. He lied and now he's giving out H1B1s. Ain't that funny, bro? Bro, I was at Best Buy today and I seen they selling SanDisk SSDs for like 200 and checked my purchase history last year. It was like 80. The last SSD I bought, the Samsung giant, it was like 82. Yeah. We talking about old technology. That's the crazy part. Shout out to John Wick with the sub. Appreciate it. Kamala had a plan to combat price gouging because companies in food and grocery. Yeah, I remember that. She wanted to combat price gouging, but people were like, no. She's going to get us involved in a war in the Middle East. And then he did it. Oh, man. Just fucking stupid. And the worst part is they're warning that prices could surge another 50% this year alone. I covered this on the podcast already, but just in case you hadn't seen the podcast at youtube.com/GI updates, by basically this fall, potentially, we could see another 40 to 50% increase in RAM prices, which guess what? Means it's going to drive the prices up of consoles, gaming PCs, Steam machines, fucking iPads, cars. So right now, the PS5 Pro is $950. Don't be surprised if it's $1,100. Phones. This, like, I feel like we're reaching a boiling point where something's got to give, bro. Niggas got to get the... I ain't gonna say what's on my mind. Yeah, just tech in general. So you have been warned. If you're interested in any type of tech, you better get it now. Or if you have something new, please take care of it. Please take care of it. This timeline is fucking trash, man. Sony news. Sony says it won't sell hardware at a significant loss. Translation. Fuck you. We don't care you're suffering. We're a corporation and we need your money. As PS6 costing $1,000, rumors continue. That was the other article I had. The PlayStation 6 reportedly, if you haven't seen this, I covered this on the podcast. The PlayStation 6 reportedly will cost $960 in materials to manufacture. Now, if you're a little slow, if you don't understand what this means, the article is stating the rumor says the current SKU of the PS6 will cost $960 to make. Not that's what it will cost to buy. If you don't know about business, what that means is in order for Sony to turn a profit, they have to sell the PS6 for $961 to make at least $1. That ain't gonna happen. So if this rumor is true, that it's gonna cost $960 to make the PS6, I predict it's gonna be at least $1,100. Probably 12. Back to what he's going over here. Just nasty fucking work, man. Nasty. Sony has said that it doesn't intend to sell its hardware as a significant loss as the PS6 rumors continue to swirl that the console could cost $1,000 plus. This news comes following a rumor last week that the PS6 currently costs around $960 to make. The news came during Sony's latest Q&A session where Sony was asked to provide an update on their current plan around the hardware pricing and profitability. In response, the CEO said, "First, we regard hardware as the base for providing the gaming experience, and by offering products such as the PlayStation Portal Remote Player, we aim to provide experience tailored to users' playstyles beyond the living room, which has traditionally been considered the primary usage environment. As for pricing, it is not realistic for us to absorb all component cost increases, and we already implemented some price increases outside of Japan. At present, however, sales are proceeding as planned, and we do not believe this has led to a decline in customer demand. As a principle, we do not intend to sell hardware at significant losses. At the same time, we are carefully monitoring the market and continuing to evaluate our approach. We believe it is important for us to make every effort to ensure that customers fully understand that the value we provide in relation to pricing." Man, listen. Fuck all that value shit, nigga. Ain't no console in my natural black life worth $1,200. I will stick, and I'm gonna go ahead and say it. I get it. Console's easier. You plug and play. But if the PlayStation 6 and the Project Helix Xbox are over $1,000, just go to PC. You have no excuse at that point. At least on PC, the games will be cheaper. You get Steam sales, Humble Bundle sales, free games on the Epic Game Store. With the PlayStation 6, this bitch gonna be $1,200 and every game is gonna be between $70 and $100. Yeah, the free online, the emulation. You literally have no excuse to own a console. None. I'm gonna go as far as to say this is too rich for my blood. This is my job. I'm not saying I wouldn't get one, but day one, unless it's a killer app on that bitch, I got a PC. I'm cool. I'm cool. There's no reason for me to do this, bruh. You might, nah, facts. Clouded Assassin said, man, you might as well just go outside. Now that's fucking facts, dog. You know what, nigga? The World Cup going on. I'm gonna start playing football or something, bro. Like I'm gonna go kick the ball or something. Like I'm good. I can't do it no more. I'm about to go ahead and get a gym membership or some shit, bro. I'll be lurking in them pawn shops. True. I'm gonna go play cup in the ball or some shit. It's too much. It's too much. So how much do you think the handheld was rumored to gonna be? Ain't no way in hell. If that, so like for those unaware, there's a rumor that the PlayStation 6 will launch alongside a PSP 2, a PS Vita 2. Apparently, it'll be able to play the games natively as well as stream games and play PS5 games. If this handheld is as powerful as the rumors claim it to be, I predict it's no way it's not going to be at least 500. Somebody in the chat said 800. Yeah, I would not be surprised. It would probably be somewhere along the lines of that Xbox ROG Ally price, that $500 to like $1,000. Right on time for me to start balling again. Man, you know what? I've been wanting to exercise more. Why are they putting crazy high specs on the PS6? Who the fuck needs 24 to 32 gigabytes of VRAM and RAM when there's no optimization? See, that's not fair either. Why are they putting high specs on the next gen console? Because it's the next gen console. That's what you're supposed to do. The thing about consoles is you can't constantly upgrade them, so they have to future proof them. Make sure they're good for at least 5 years. If they don't put powerful hardware in the next console, you will then complain there's no reason to buy it. PS4 niggas is doing that right now with the PS5. And that shit is a lie too. The reason you don't see a fucking difference is because they still making PS4 games. Console parity. So nah, you have to. That's the whole point. My humble opinion, I'm of the stance of I just don't even want to hear about this shit no more. It pains me to say this because I am a tech enthusiast. I love to see technology. The selfishness in me loves to see technology progress, but it might be time until we figure out the world stage, what's going on in the Strait of Hormuz, what's going on with the data centers, what's going on with y'all president. Until we figure that out, I think we might need to put a halt on the advancement of technology as a whole, just for a little bit, just for like 5 years or some shit like that. Cause like it's gotten out of hand. This is not your typical rise in prices and then things go down 6 months to like a year later. This is some different shit that, in my opinion, in my lifetime, and correct me if I'm wrong, but in my lifetime, I feel like I've never seen this before, and I'm 35. This is disgusting levels of greed.
Spin that shit. Spin that shit. Yeah. Spin that shit.
I saw the GI podcast and upgraded my phone today before the prices get too ridiculous. I've had my current phone since 2019. Tried to hold.
He said the irony.
Phone is also starting to malfunction.
Spend that shit. I've currently phone this since 19. I tried to hold out on the phone, but it's starting to malfunction. Yeah, because Apple, they be blowing the phone up after like 2-3 years. They be trying to make your shit not work. I appreciate the super chat. Gaming is a rich nigga's hobby, and people complaining that it's becoming one. But the funny thing is, we're gonna make it worse with GTA 6. But y'all not ready for that conversation. So yeah, that's your PlayStation 6 news. Keep in mind though, this is confirmed. This is not this is not confirmed. This is a rumor. It's not confirmed, but don't be surprised if it turns out to be true that the PlayStation 6 is well past $1,000, especially with it costing $900 to fucking build. That's what they want us to do. Spin that shit.
Spin that shit. Yeah. Spin that shit.
Shout out to Evil with the 10 gifted subs. Appreciate you. So this gen will last even longer because there's no leap as big as the PS4 to the PS5 SSD new track. It's hard to tell what the leap from the 4 to the 5 really is, because I can't stress enough, console parity has held the PS5 back. And I don't know why y'all downplay that. How do we really know what the PS5 can do when they keep making PS4 games? This is the longest they've ever done this shit. So it's really hard to tell. Do you think people are saying things won't get better till 2028 because that's when the cocksucker has to step out of office? Probably. Facts, back in the day, consoles would be 50% off now. Watch on Black Friday when the sales are. Black Friday don't even exist anymore. That's how you know we in late stage capitalism, bruh. Last Black Friday, nobody was outside. I feel like people who are younger, they like to tweet things like, oh, I don't understand why people was killing themselves over TVs during Black Friday. It's because you never saw an 80-inch TV on sale for $10. You kill a nigga for that shit too. Like, but now Black Friday sales be 5% off, bro. Yeah, we not for to stomp each other out over that shit, bro. It don't exist anymore. And the reason being is these corporations have gotten greedy, bro. They've gotten greedy. I almost kind of upset that I never really got to experience a true Black Friday. Like, niggas was showing up to Black Friday to fight, boy. Oh my goodness. The last Black Friday that was good was like 2019. A real Black Friday is at least 50% off, at least. But really, it was like 70. The TV is the only thing I find that hasn't been expensive, depending on what you're looking for. That is true, which is crazy because TVs used to be way more expensive. Other news. We can't back out, Onimusha developer said. Way of the Sword developers laughs off concerns around 2026 PAX September. Onimusha Way of the Sword is one of many games due to launch in September and October of 2026. As developers and publishers flee as far away from GTA 6's black hole as they possibly can, the resultant squeeze in the earlier or later months is resulting in a veritable feast of AAA and indie games on the horizon. But whilst GTA 6's unavoidable presence may result in a wealth of choice for eager gamers of this autumn, there's pressure on developers. The reason many moved away from Rockstar's anticipated sandbox adventure is to ensure their own sales aren't impacted. But moving into a release window where you're competing with a plethora of other titles creates the very same squeeze. You're just jostling the other games instead of GTA 6. That doesn't seem to faze the developers behind Onimusha, though. In June, the developers announced a 25th of September release date for the title, which puts it in smack middle of the busiest release schedules we've seen in years. We've already said we're releasing it, laughs the Capcom producer. When our own Chris Tapso asked about the timing of the launch, he said, we can't back out now. Onimusha was actually one of the first games of this year's blowout E3 period to get a release date. It appeared in the Sony State of the Play, and they're just yapping about the stats and shit like that. Yeah. And you know what? The reason he probably laughed during the answer is it's more of like a nervous laugh. Probably not like a confident. I'm pretty sure the game's good because I played the demo. The demo was fire. But it's probably a nervous laugh. They can't control the, for those unaware, the publisher dictates when the game comes out. The publisher dictates the schedule. So I'm sure if the developers could, they might have pushed Onimusha back to 2027. But Capcom said, hey, we got a board of shareholders that we need to appease, and we need to put out X amount of games every year. So you're going out in September. You got to go compete. So it's really probably more of a nerve slap, like, fuck it. What can we do? And that's fair too. Whether they're in September or November, they're going to be in the same situation. It's just a lot of competition. I think Onimusha will be okay. It's just I don't think it'll do as well as it probably could have if it was in a less packed window. And to be fair, that's going to be every game. That's going to be every game. Wolverine too. It's just too much. Nobody has unlimited time and money. What did does Yu-Gi-Oh players do to you? I wash my ass. That's why I stopped going to locals. Well, you the only one that wash your ass. Is this the article right here? Yeah, here we go. Since you want to ask about it, nigga. You said, what does Yu-Gi-Oh players do to you? An Oregon card shop has halted its Yu-Gi-Oh tournaments for a week after receiving multiple complaints and bad reviews due to smelly players. Card shop suspends Yu-Gi-Oh tournaments over smelly players. This is the long arm of the law coming to arrest all you stinky ass Yu-Gi-Oh players. Put your fucking hands up, nigga. An Oregon card shop has halted its Yu-Gi-Oh tournaments for a week after receiving multiple complaints and bad reviews due to smelly players. Chronos Games and Gifts, an independently owned game store in Beaverton, Oregon. Shout out to Melody with the sub, appreciate it. Is going viral for taking a hard stance against poor hygiene. In a statement posted in its public Discord channel, the shop confirmed that it is suspending its Yu-Gi-Oh tournaments for a week, placing the blame on sneaky duelists. We have had issues with people mistreating the restrooms and multiple bad reviews because of poor hygiene. As a reminder, we encourage players to follow Konami's guidelines and report anyone who does not, and the statement reads. And this makes sense why they're doing it, jokes aside. They're saying that you guys have been abusing the bathrooms and stinking up our store, and we're getting bad reviews on Google and Yelp. You guys are fucking up our money. Can you please wash your fucking ass if you come to the card shop? Stop walking out like SpongeBob when he had the green coming out his fucking mouth. It's nasty. I don't understand why we're still having this conversation. You're not helping beat the stereotypes that nerds don't wash their asses and don't get no fucking bitches, man. But yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh is notoriously known for having stinky players, and I don't know what's so important about this convoluted ass card game where you can't take 5 to 10 minutes to hop in the shower and take a hot shower with a rag and some soap to your body and your face. It helps stop spread diseases. You smell better. You might get a girlfriend. I don't know. You got to develop some social skills as well. But like, yeah, this is a real thing. They're stopping tournaments because people have gotten out of control. Spell card swamp ass. Went to a card shop and it smelled so bad. Yeah, the one tournament I went to, it smelled pretty bad too. I was like, ugh. And I don't get it because it's like you don't smell yourself. Like you don't. I guess it's because they're around themselves so much they get used to the scent that they don't realize that they stink, and that's unfortunate. But it's not an excuse, man. There's no card game or video game important enough to where you can't stop to wash your ass for 5. I think that's the part that's so annoying to me. It takes 5 to 8 minutes to just take a hot shower. You don't have to spend an hour in the shower. You don't have to take a bubble bath and get, suds all in your toes and shit. If that's your ritual, do you? But you don't have to do that. You can't spend 8 minutes in the fucking shower. It's a blessing to live in a country like this where you even get hot water and you don't even want to use it. That's crazy, man. That's crazy to me. So that is why I titled the YouTube video something about Yu-Gi-Oh players smelling like shit. I don't know, TBH, they might need an hour. Yeah, they might need an hour because they don't bathe regularly. You might need a long soak. We change the water like every 15 minutes. This is the main reason I can't hang around nerd niggas in real life. Well, it depends on what community we're talking about, right? I don't feel like the average gamer stinks, but there are subsections of the nerd community, like card players, they stink. Smash players, they stink. Trying to think. Probably Minecraft niggas, they stink. It's not all Sonic niggas, they definitely stink. They run all day like Sonic. They run all day like Sonic and then don't wash their ass afterwards, bruh. Tekken niggas stink. No, Tekken niggas just hard headed. They won't play something else. They'll just complain about the mechanics all day. But it's not every aspect of the gaming community. Listen, man, guys, at bare minimum, can you wash your ass? Like, just be considerate of your neighbors. I've seen an article of Smash players. The winner would get disqualified because of how bad they smell. That's real. At least Sonic fans get exercise with all that running. Yeah, and then they start running their mouth to you, and it shit stinks. So, yep, that's what's going on in the Yu-Gi-Oh community. It's time to do. If you got money for a big-ass dual disc, how much that shit costs? Yu-Gi-Oh dual disc price. Look at this shit. Look at this shit, bruh. $140. Is that the one? Did I click the right thing? Come on, fucking load. The toy? This is not a toy. This is a weapon of mass destruction. If it would fucking load, it won't load. But the one on Walmart says 140. I don't know if y'all can see that. This one says 200. God damn. Look at this shit. Yeah, this is the Walmart one for 140. Yeah, so if you want a real dual disc, it's 145 new. They got it. Why is it 200 on fucking eBay? If you got $150 to get a Yu-Gi-Oh dual disc, you got $5 for a bar of soap and a rag. Wash your fucking ass, man. Wash your fucking ass. Shit don't make no sense. The Thor is going up. Oh, the AYN Thor. I saw. Yeah, it's time to what? Wash your ass. Hell nah, niggas be dressing up like this and shit. Y'all gotta get it together, man. GameStop employees, they stink too. But I can kind of understand why being a GameStop employee, you're stinky. It's just a terrible job. It ruins your mood and you forget to bathe and shit. You'd be mad depressed. The Relic, First Guardian, official exploration and world gameplay trailer. Apparently this is a new Souls game. Watch this latest trailer for The Relic, First Guardian to see exploration gameplay and a deep dive into the world and the story of its upcoming Asian-inspired action RPG. Apparently this is a more boss-focused game, which sounds more in line with Wukong. Well, let's see. Well, in the IGN article, it said it was a Souls-like game, and then I saw gameplay was on YouTube.
This is Project Cloud.
Oh, ew, never mind. Somebody linked this last week. This shit is ass. Never mind. We out. My bad. False alarm. I thought it was a different game. All major. Hell nah, bro. Abort. If you were in the stream last week, we covered that game. I watched it for like a minute. That shit is ass, bro. Fuck no. All major fighting game announcements from EVO 2026. What was announced? I missed the shit. Samurai Outriders, Marvel Token trailer. I saw some of this on the podcast, but I didn't watch the whole thing. So we'll watch the whole thing.
Yes, champions. The Fighting Avengers.
Right.
The Unbreakable X-Men. The Amazing Guardians. The Knights of Doom. And
Stay out of my face, lady! You mess with the Ghost Rider, you'll end up as a ghost!
Which Ghost Rider is this?
All skill, no luck! Hey, Vamp, how about some help here? I'll make this
Is that Reyes? He sounds kind of Hispanic. It is?
quick. Show me how much monster you've got.
That's what's up.
Link. Shit, take this. Gotcha. Weapons.
Blade's fit is just one. W character design. That shit looks fire.
Nothing stops the Muramasa blade.
At least we're getting Blade somewhere, you know?
Close your eyes. It's over.
They say I'm a legend.
But I am also a ghost! So easily tricked.
Oh, is he gonna be Marvel tokens like Shang Tsung? Like he can switch characters and shit because he's the god of mischief?
I've saved Asgard more times than I have threatened it. Honestly. No, really.
Beauty God! No!
You dislike my prattling tongue, beast?
He don't look bad.
Not survive. My Ragnarok! Whoa! Rage quitting is the ultimate fighting game sin. Let me check out some scraps.
You hear that, Invincible fans?
Time resumes. It's me, the FGC's.
I missed that when I was watching the podcast. Did he just do the Mortal Kombat, the Johnny Cage punch? I missed that the first time.
FGC's favorite. How's this pose?
Lock it up, Wade.
I love it when you threaten me. Roasty! Hey, chat.
Toasty!
Somebody clip that. So elegant! Random bullshit goes! Deadpools assemble! Deadpool Corps!
He's beyond the 4-4 hall, beyond.
Wait. There's something else we should do. I remember!
Enter the Midnight
Samurai Outriders! Oh, we're cooking now. T-E-A-M, get 'em!
Time to step out of the shadows.
So, like, for the different teams, do they get stat bonuses if you pair them up in your lineup?
One does not cross a frost sight. Everyone, get ready! You're gonna feel this.
Rest in peace.
All out attack!
No, it's just names? Okay.
Hell is coming for you.
Who's that? Who's that? And who was that? Why is Storm such a bad bitch, bro? What the fuck? Looks like there's gonna be original characters too. Cool. The champion. Yeah, that's gotta be like the final boss type shit in the story mode. I mean, look, man. Because I've seen gameplay and it looks fire, I know I'm copping this shit, bro. This is a W. How hard is that to do? Just show some gameplay. Just show some gameplay. And it's at the top of August. Beautiful.
This isn't it.
Closed beta on the PS5.
Need
Oh,
more
wait.
practice.
Open beta on the 24th. Oh, yeah, we on that. When I looked at it on the podcast, I kind of just skimmed through it because like this trailer came out while we were recording the podcast, so I didn't really get to look at it. I didn't even peep that shit. Yeah, we on that. Avatar is cooked. They can coexist. They can coexist, guys. Look at all the fighting games at Evo. They can coexist. Let's see, a special message from Tetsuhara, Chris, creator of the Fist of the North Star, is now available for. I don't care about that. Path of the Warrior, The Art of Fighting. SNK revives Art of Fighting 3 with a new character. I don't know this game. Anybody played this? Here comes a new challenge. This game is big in Brazil, really? Old head fighter. Hey, the beats is hitting though. The beats is hitting though. Not my cup of tea. This is the second of two revivals. Oh wait. Lux and Samara are next for 2XKO. I don't know shit about League of Legends. Are these cool characters?
Together we'll light up the dome.
Lux and Samara. You said who?
And I'll be your beacon when you need it most.
Rat the beacon. I watched the top 8 in the finals for 2XKO. Because I don't play this game, it was kind of hard to follow. I didn't know what the fuck was going on screen.
Dazzling.
That's a crazy mix-up right there.
Lux wins.
Lux is an infinite money glitch? Why? The duo matches are unique to win. Watch. Yeah, but it was Sonic Fox and that one dude versus Hikari or whatever. Hikari won.
Your life. I'll make it a grand finale.
More skins, hot chicks. Looks alright. Looks alright. Devil May Cry chick. Invincible season 1 details. The first seasons of Invincible. I guess. Let's see. She's one of those popular characters in League of Legends. You think that's gonna bring League fans over? I popped in for a second too. I had the same feeling. I couldn't watch the small character just throwing out the. Yeah, in the grand finals, I think it was Sonic Fox. He was playing Timu or Timo, whatever his name is. That little rat, and he kept throwing out mushrooms, and my eyes didn't know what to track because it was like big mushrooms and little mushrooms. I'm like, which one's the fucking hitbox, bruh? I was like, this is OD. I hadn't played the game since the beta.
Simple. Those who oppose me die, and I do not.
I am desperate.
Abe Lincoln.
That is what makes me dangerous.
Random She-Hulk.
I'm back from that vacation now.
I'll fight with you.
Humans. Outrageous to challenge a Viltrumite.
She's hot. Shit's hot. Got her in her work fit. Tula in the work fit. Steve Harvey.
You're nothing!
New game modes. Wait. Let's go back. Quick ladder, defeat 5 opponents. Standard ladder, 7, 10, 12. So basically it's got ladders like Mortal Kombat. Okay. Got an endless ladder. New premium free skins.
Scratching the surface.
Oh, they really did the Honest Abe shit. That's funny.
Keep the change.
You're gonna pay for what you did to Monaco. Do it.
Who's coming back for season 1? Not me. Not me.
It is good to be home.
First playable at Evo France. Angston Levy. I predict he's going to be a projectile character just based off of that. I never started. I'm going to play it all. You got that?
Man,
Okay.
I'm going to play this off stream, man. We're going to finish this mission up off stream.
A new Virtual Fighter trailer. Okay.
You guys hear the news? The Bakunawa killer took out another fighter last night.
Big ass 3D XXL. You like that shit? Hit the like button.
The guy wasn't even in the tournament.
Hey, did them XXL freshman freestyle start dropping yet?
Who is that guy? Why were you chasing him the other day?
Shout out to King Savage with the sub. Appreciate it. Why does it not play when the new sub comes?
Possible.
I like that transition. I'm curious by the camera angle. Will this play like a beat 'em up? Like Streets of Rage, or will it gets to the combat section? Is it gonna play like a traditional fighter? There are elements of both. Very interesting. 2027 looks good. Very interesting. Spin that shit. Tekken 8 Bob gameplay. Fat ass is back in Tekken. Let's see what kind of hands he throwing. Is Tupac in that too? Chill out. Chill out.
Hunger's the root cause of conflict. Join me, and we'll feed the world. Okay.
Bigger than ever.
Get ready for the next battle.
Donald Trump the game.
New challenger.
The hero has arrived.
Bob!
I just don't understand why he moves like this. I feel like to make him a more interesting and like balanced character, if he moves like this, they should also make him do like more damage than a lot of characters. But then like the flip side is like he has a stamina meter. Like he's the only character in the game who has a stamina meter you have to manage because he's fat as fuck. And if you run through your stamina too quickly, you get stunned in a stun state. You get a fat ass stun state, boy. That shit leave you wide open just breathing.
Cheap shots just don't work on my
That would make sense low key. Yeah, that's how you balance them. Like just make them a glass cannon. Cause like bigger people tend to be stronger. So make them a hard hitter. Big people can be athletic. It's just they don't have the endurance. So like he can still move like this. It's just the stamina part doesn't make any sense to me, man.
Impact. No flavor.
He said this is a video game. You getting back on this, Nomad?
I hope you're ready. You sense? Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee.
Freedom.
You know why I love eating onigiri? Kudarana.
He was my main character. Of course you played him.
Like devils.
Gotta slay devils.
Let's go.
This man is moving crazy. Oh hell nah.
Eat your calories out. Burn my fat. Roar my fists.
Burn my fat.
Feel the power. You'll need to spend the rest of your life paying for all your sins.
Gotta get his energy back up. Season 3. There's more? There's more. Whoever wrote this line was having fun. Just make him American as possible.
As a rock.
I want to see his gameplay. Is that it? So watch.
What? No, sugar.
Is that meme, that white guy, the Australian, the kangaroo that was fucking attacking the dude's dog? Like, that's fucking funny, actually. That's fucking funny. Oh shit. I wasn't on social media this weekend. How did people react to that? Because the dude was white. He was Australian, right? Because I mean, it's kangaroos. They mad he got race. Did they get mad he got race swapped? They race swapped the Aussie for the kangaroo fight. That's fucking funny. Everyone loved it. Yeah, that's funny. I'm not mad at that. Wait a minute. I just noticed you still got that 3DS format. Why not? Why not? What else we got? Guilty Gear Strive Season Pass 5. What we got? Playable character number 2, Robo Kai.
I picked the right body to rent.
This horny ass robot. Season 5.
Sorry.
Yo, King Savage, why the fuck did you highlight that message? We happy that you got a game in PC, but this nigga said I Steam wishlist 70 games already. My chair finna get sticky. We didn't need to know that.
I'm right at the rental shop. I don't only want to be some baker's errand boy. That's just a stepping stone. Getting my foot in the door, that's all.
What's the temperature on this game? Are people still playing it?
You think you can console me? Think again, you dumb Malia from moron bozo sapiens. A perfect physique like this brings victorious every time. Let's see some backbone. Come on, try harder.
Allow me to explain. By forcing this Hercules beetle to work.
Yes, sir. I'm included. Check the Steam charts.
I can tap into infinite reserves of energy.
The Steam DB isn't fair for a game like this. This is definitely a console game.
Don't forget it. Bring it on.
Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Avatar Legends. Yeah, we talk about DLC already. DLC confirmed. Let's fighters are more console driven. Yeah, period. Period. Except for Invincible, that game dead. Dev team, just take this out the fucking title, man. Just call it Avatar Legends. Why are you calling it Avatar Legends the fighting game? We know that they fighting. Take it out the title, bruh. Keep it as simple as possible. Ranked matches, casual matches, custom lobbies unlike Mortal Kombat, gallery mode with never before seen art. Okay, frame data for the nerds. Pre-order bonus, you get the Samurai Appa skin, exclusive character colors, in a year one pass character vote. That was crazy, that slam on the rock. Who you think the cheese character gonna be? Sokka. Azula going crazy. I'm looking forward to this. Standard edition 12, deluxe edition, standard edition. I'm not lying. I'm not gonna lie. I might buy the $50. I mean, whatever. You get the season pass. Still less than 70. Oh, she might be fire. Cause this shorty that was like, they can take your bending away, like fuck you up too. She might be fire too. I hope this is like a well, Uncle Iroh, this is just like a bait and switch. But like when he starts fighting, it'd be fire when he starts fighting. He throws his shirt off and he's the buff one when he came out of prison. Give us buff Iroh. Yeah, the pressure points. So that's what that's for. So we get to vote for the character at the end who we want to see. Where's King Boomy? That would be fire, yeah. The deluxe seems worth it. Yeah, that's how you sell a deluxe edition. You get a year's worth of content and it's still not $70. That's a W to me. Versus charging $80 and you lock a bunch of stores behind a $100 edition. Ain't that crazy? You gotta pay to have access to pay for the fucking shit in the game. Like, ain't that crazy? But we making excuses for GTA. That's what I'm saying. That shit don't make no sense. It looks good though. It looks good. We'll be on that. So that was everything. I feel like in comparison to previous years, the announcements were a little weak at this year's Evo, but I get it. It's fighting games. There's only so much you can do. 1 second. Don't forget the auto renew for GTA Plus. Yeah, don't forget to turn that off if y'all bought that shit. Last but not least for this batch of articles, these are the characters you can vote on. So we got the Sun. That was one of the villains. Oh, Boomy's one of them. I'm not gonna lie, I would want the Equalist. I'd probably want I think that was his name, right? The villain from season 1. I don't even remember her. I don't even remember who she is. Who's this? Amon was his name? My bad. Yeah, I would want him. He was fire. He's actually one of my favorite Avatar villains. She's Korra's girlfriend, Laugh Master. I don't remember her. Pick and Boomy. Did you see how Netflix massacred the live action Toph? Yeah, that shit was ass. I'm not watching that. Big Tencent. Yeah. That shit look good. Cool. I do like that they have like all different types of characters in mind. It's not just straight benders and shit like that. Oh yeah, get the blood bending shorty in the game. Yeah. What's the name? All right, last article. People are putting their Steam machine reservations on eBay, and one has already been sold for $235 marked up. Capitalism strikes again. Valve may have succeeded in preventing scalpers from ruining the launch of the Steam machine, but the company can't stop people from selling their devices, or in this case, their future devices. Like some sort of digital version of the midnight launches of old, a number of players have already listed their spots in the queue to buy a Steam machine on eBay for varying markups. The listing Eurogamer viewed include nothing more than screenshots of email confirmations from Valve that the seller is in question is in the queue to buy a Steam machine. This partly explains why most of them are 512 gigabyte base models, since Valve said the best way to get one is to sign up for multiple models. In order to limit scalping, Valve introduced a system where customers can sign up to indicate their interest in buying a Steam machine. Valve would then email players who got through to let them know they're in the queue to buy it. The actual purchase itself happens later, which is what happens with these that makes these listings extra silly. One listing shows the item is already being sold. Listings have that 512 gigabyte model with a controller, officially priced at $1,128, or $1,363 instead, which is up $253. This is gross. This is fucking gross. You're not even making a lot of money. What is the point of this shit? At what point do we stop blaming the supplier and start yelling at the consumer? Is both. But where did they learn it from? Is the question. Who instilled these values to where people feel like everything they got to do is fucking get a goddamn dollar, man? I think it's the culture as a whole is the fucking problem. Just get a PC at that point. I think people who are trying to buy this probably already have a PC. This is like some backup shit to put in their living rooms if they don't want to sit at their computer. Because I don't think the more casual audience is going to go for the price of this stuff. And if they do, you're crazy. You're fucking crazy.